basically they'll just tell you to move along. So I'm not really expecting too much trouble. The only thing they probably hassle me about is drinking a happy camper out here, because that's also not allowed in the city park. Anyway, Edmonton, which is where I'm camping and where I live, has, I believe, the largest urban park, largest uninterrupted urban park, and it stretches right through the city. A big, beautiful river valley, full of trails, and people like to walk their dogs, etc. So all of the really nice houses tend to be right around the river valley, which makes it a little bit tricky to get in, because I don't want to be camping in too nice of an area, because people get worried that somebody's camping 20 meters away from their mansion. And I don't want to camp in the really bad areas, because that causes more problems for myself, the other campers, that type of thing. So I found a decent area here, which I think should work. So if I brought my mosquito repellent, that would have been great. It was sitting in the car, and I looked at it, but I just didn't put it in my backpack. Anyway, I'm gonna start getting a nice little slow cooking meal here going, and it's really actually a pretty sweet setup how to do this without any campfire, any light, or nothing. So we'll get that going. What I've got for dinner today fits entirely inside one of these little takeout tray things. And I mean everything, including the stove to cook it with. So that's super neat. I'm excited about that. What I've got is, probably beautiful wife, one of these solid fuel camping fuel stoves. This comes with 24 pellets and the stove in there. They were closing them out a few years ago on sale, so I grabbed everything on the shelf. Also got some Uncle Ben's flavored rice. Today, we'll be enjoying broccoli and cheddar flavor. The reason I got this is it requires no milk. It still gets a nice sauce to it. Only requires butter, which I brought. And to make it more of a meal, I'm adding some back bacon or Canadian bacon into the mix there. So I should be able to cook it right on there and be eating in no time. A good thing I brought some aluminum foil, because mosquitoes are out and I don't want them in my food. Yum. The stove is really rudimentary. It pops like so, and you set whatever on there you want. These are the solid fuel pellets. Each one burns about 12 minutes or so, I believe. And this can be adjusted for, however you want to direct the heat. Super cheap things. I would assume they're basically a disposable item, but time to start this up and boil some water. These go by a lot of names. I've seen them as trioxane, solid alcohol, that type of thing. And when they burn, they really don't give off any smoke and very, very, very little light. See, where's my blowtorch when I really need it? Anyway. How many did I put in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Very curious to see if this is going to boil any water and just how quickly. This recipe calls for 2 cups of water, which is basically one of these little water bottles. Suppose I should have leveled that out, but that'll tell me if 4 of these is enough to boil a little bit of water. It is truly incredible. 4 taps have pretty well boiled a 2 cups worth of water. I'm going to level this off a bit because it's freaking me out how unstable it is. But these fuel tabs, I can't believe I've never used these before. Holy moly. That boils water well. Try to even this out somehow. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's hot. No kidding. Imagine that. That should do. I will throw in another tab because I'll simmer this. 2 more tabs. 2 for good luck. Is it gonna go? I don't know. Where did the lighter go? Yeah, put them touching. That'll burn. Okay. Oh yeah, that's better. Much more level. So, Uncle Ben's. Ooh, comes with a little flavor packet. The rice. Put in my pre-measured butter. No margarine, guys. Butter. It's the only way to go. Seasoning mix. Oh, that looks cheddary. And the rice. And this is not instant pre-cooked rice, it's actual real rice. Happy about this. Everything's coming up Steve today. Perfect. Yeah. Now we're talking.
Z-Bar snack bars have energizing organic oats and the taste kids love, because adventure needs fuel. Try Crest 3D White. Finally, a daily whitening toothpaste for whiter teeth in one day.
Restore your engine to perform like new with all new Valvoline Restore and Protect. Another first from the original.
Zook's tasty, tender dog treats can turn every outing into an adventure. From park to peak, wherever you roam, don't forget the Zook's. Zook's dog treats. Choose your adventure.
When I was leaving the house, I said, Steve, don't forget a knife. And Worst Camper of the Year award goes to... I did not bring the knife. So, I ain't gonna have a meatless dinner. I'll get in here somehow. I have technology. I'll make it happen. Okay, they've moved on. I don't know if it's the thrill that I'm not actually allowed to be doing this technically, but this is actually pretty fun. It's a level of excitement. I don't have to worry about bears for once, because that was starting to become a little bit annoying. And this is cozy. I'm liking this, guys. Might have to head back to the car. I've forgotten a couple of things, but it'll be a nighttime adventure. I'll get this all set up for the night and hunker down. You've noticed I'm using a plastic spoon. That's just an emergency situation, because a spoon was on my list along with a knife. So don't follow my example. These cooking tabs, to cook one of these took 10 cooking tabs. If this was a dehydrated pre-cooked meal where you just add water, I could have cooked it with probably 5 or so. So it takes about twice as much to cook just a normal over-the-shelf sidekick style side dish. Anyway, that's looking pretty good to me. Threw the lid on the dinner to keep it nice and warm for now. And yeah, these just burned down to really nothing, just little ash, completely cool. And 10 of them. Just like so. She folds. She's supposed to fold right back up. Yeah. Very convenient. Very convenient. That is a meal. Hearty enough for a hungry guy that just hiked for the first time in quite a while. It's quite good. Any of those little side dish things, just perfect for camping. Add a few ingredients. So simple. Yeah. Ooh, I hear somebody. They can probably smell my delicious food. I'm going to get my sleeping bag into the hammock before it gets too dark to do that. Oh, great. There was a fork. Huh. Okay. It's a downfilled, so I gotta fluff it up a little bit. And it's gonna be cold tonight. That's gonna be 7 degrees Celsius overnight. In Fahrenheit, that is, I'll figure it out and put it up, but yeah, probably 40 degrees or something like that. And this bag feels pretty light, so let's see here. Mummy bag. Now, I've eaten, the sun hasn't set yet, but it sure is a little dark in the forest here. I can see the sun shining up there. I'm gonna head back up to the trail, take another little look around, and see just how exposed I actually am. This is a lot of sitting still and being quiet. And if the sun goes down soon, which I hope it will, I'm gonna have a little fire out here, like a really little one. That little stove that I was cooking on, I put little twigs in there just to give it the ambience of camping. So let's forget about all our problems and go exploring and have a little fire. Right, there's people right down there walking a dog. Gotta be quiet. There's other people up the trail here. I'm gonna take a sneak peek, see how obvious I look.